Okay, good afternoon. It is Bob Sager. Happy, glorious Friday to you wherever you are in this country. It is glorious here in Long Island. Looks like it might rain, but nevertheless, it's all good. It's fine. So I wanted to take a just a few minutes and kind of give you my take on what has been working best for me over the past 2 weeks. Last week was my first week. Today's Friday. I'm ending my second week, and I've written last week in total potential comp, which is all submitted, everything about 78,000. And this week, I'm looking right now at the numbers, probably about 97,000. Uh, and the majority of them have paid and so on and so forth. But what I want to do is, because I feel like I've been going through like trial and error a little bit. Okay, what works best here? Because I've got some grandiose goals, so I want to do my best to scale this to get to where I want to go. So here's what I think is best for you and what has worked really well. So number one, it is imperative, critical that you make a list of your warm market and the business owners that you know. That's imperative. That's number one. And then number two, from there, and I want to segue this the right way. So you want to make a list of everybody you know. So for example, I called last week a friend of mine that lives next to me out east. And he said, I'm all in, pays us $2,600. And he says, come by this week and I'm going to give you a list. I'm going to give you a list of referrals. And he did that. And he gave me a list of referrals, 13. And he said to me yesterday, I've got a bunch more for you this weekend. So the point of it is, he was a friend of mine. He owns a fish company in the Bronx, New York. And he said, I'm all in. And then he gave me referrals, right? Now, and I'm giving you these tidbits because I want you to capture this. Then another buddy of mine who owns a dental laboratory, I called him, Bob, I can't believe you're a month late. I went with this person I don't know, blah, 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 all this stuff. He said, I'm going to give you tons of referrals. The other firm that I'm working with, said they would give me roughly $1,000. I said, Mark, I'll do the same, if not more. And he's starting to funnel me people that I've already closed, two of them, right? So, and then I've got much more like that. So I'm looking at all of my business that I've written, and it's either come from my warm market or referrals. We know, though, that eventually the warm market's going to dry up. It just is. And, my goal is to make 5 million in the next 12 months. How am I going to make 5 million like that? It won't work. So I've got to think about, which is going through my mind consistently, how to scale it into different things to do. I'm not going to get into that now, but one of the things that I find, and I'll tell you a story that happened yesterday. I go visit a guy that I remember from 30 years ago. We took a Tony Robbins course together. Great, energetic guy, Anthony, took over his father's fence company and he built it into a monster. I walk in, is that Bob Sager? Blah, blah, blah. He remembered me and it was great. And as soon as I got the C out of my mouth, it's Bob, I already got 800 grand. Okay, I'm late. He said, on top of that, and you might want to model this, the company that I worked with is giving me a referral fee. And they already owe me $100,000 because I referred like 30 people. They're paying them like 2% or whatever it is. You can come up with every year number. But I think, and here's my point of this, but I think that anybody that knows businesses, or a business owner that might have done it, or a business owner that doesn't qualify, we all need to offer that person $1,000 per business owner that signs up with us. And when they get paid, they get $1,000, right? I think that's the way to really scale this. Aside from going and, making calls, because like yesterday, I've made, I went out and I, pounded the pavement a little bit, probably about 15 business owners I've seen, maybe 20. And it's challenging because there's one word missing, one word, and that's trust. That's the deal. This is all about trust. You want someone to pay you $2,600. They better have come for something. They have better been recommended to you, or it's in your warm market. So, going cold is not going to be the easiest thing. There's other ways to do this, and I'm thinking of different things on my Facebook page and so on and so forth. So, there's my little insight about that, which I think will help you. Now, the other thing, and I want to go through this too, because the biggest, call it objection, call it roadblock that we're going to get is, I gave it to my accountant. John, just for a minute, please stop. Let me just shed some light on this, and I'm in role play right now. We work with the majority of our business owners, accountants. Why? First of all, accountants don't want to deal with this. It's out of their league. Secondly, it disrupts them from doing their everyday accounting, and they don't want to do it. And they don't know the intricacies of what to do. The accountant much rather say, okay, John, let's deal with these guys. They know what they're doing. They're the neurosurgeons, Jones and Associates in the ERC space. And I think it's better that we deal with them. So you're going to get encountered with that, and you need to know how to handle that. And what I just shared with you is the best way to handle that. John, let me speak to your accountant. Let's talk. Let's go through this. And then relevant, and the same thing goes for a payroll company, ADP or Paychex, same thing. You got to nip that in the bud right away, because they're going to look to go this way. And the problem with going to their accountant, ADP or Paychex, is either they're going to say you don't excuse me, either you don't qualify, or they're going to get them 8 or 9 or 10,000 per W-2 employee, where we're averaging 20 to 21. So you've got to be able to handle that. So in any event, I think we've got something pretty extraordinary that's time sensitive here. That's really, really time sensitive. And you got to go to work. You got to go to work. You got to make a list. There's no reason why you can't do 5 to 25 W-2s a week. 5 to 25 every week, every week, every week. Make a list of those ask for referrals, give a referral fee. Make a list, ask for referrals, give a referral fee. Those 3 for now. And then you could think about scaling it and doing other things and so on and so forth. All right. So I thought I'd share that with you. Any questions, feel free to reach out and call me. Have a great day.